Hi everybody, it's Catherine. Welcome to my channel. Today's project, I used the Sweet as a Peach bundle, which has the Sweet as a Peach stamp set and the peach dies. And I made this cute little fold over box that has peach rings in it. I thought that was the perfect little snack. And inside it says, have a peachy day. So that's what we're going to be making today. The box measures 3.5 by 2.5 by 1 1/4. All right. So it will also fit Skittles inside. If you want to put a couple things of Skittles or any other snack or a small gift will fit in there. Alrighty. So we need today a piece of Pear Pizzazz cardstock that is 9 by 6, a bunch of the Sweet as a Peach Designer Series paper. I pulled the blue in for this one. We need 2 pieces that are 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, 2 pieces that are 2 1/4 by 1, 1 piece that is 3 1/4 by 1 1/4, and 1 piece that is 3 1/4 by 1. And I will put all of this on my blog, which I will link below. We also need, out of the blue cardstock using the peach dies, we need 3 little blue flowers. We need, from the messages die, the big die, this shaped tag out of pale papaya. We need a circle from the layering circle dies that is 2 1/8, and the matching scallop circle out of Pear Pizzazz. Alrighty, so that's the basics of what we need, and of course some basic white for stamping. Alrighty. Okay, so what we need right now is our Simply Scored, and we are going to start on the 9-inch side first. And we're going to score at 2 1/2, 3 3/4, 6 1/4, and 7 1/2. Then we're going to turn it to the 6-inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4 and 4 3/4. Okay, and that's it. And then I'm going to fold and burnish. Alrighty. Now, this is what we're going to do. Now, we have a 1 1/2 inch rectangle on this side next to 2 rectangles over here, and then this one is 2 1/2. So there's a 1 1/2 and a 2 1/2. What I want you to do is put the 2 1/2 inch rectangle toward you. Okay, and this is what we're going to do. All right, we're going to take out these rectangles here, and then these tabs are going to go this way. So that's what we're going to do first. Okay. So we have this long rectangle here. We're going to cut the side of that straight to past the first score line up to the second score line. Okay, now move to the other side of this rectangle. Cut that straight past the first score line up to the second score line. And then we're going to take these first rectangles off completely. Okay, so that's what it looks like, and these are loose. Alrighty, and then we're going to wedge these into a tab on either side of the square. So that's what we have so far. Okay, now we're going to turn it so that our flap is on the right hand side, and we have a rectangle, a square, and then a rectangle and the tab we cut. So what we're going to do is cut both rectangle sides straight and then wedge the tab in the middle. Wedge the square in the middle into a tab. Okay, now we're going to turn it so that the flap goes to the left-hand side. And we're going to cut this rectangle side straight and this one straight on the side. And then we're going to wedge the tab that's in the middle, wedge the square that's in the middle into a tab. Okay, and that's it. That's the whole thing. So you're looking at it with the 1.5 inch flap on the left-hand side. Alrighty. Now, we need the detail trio punch, and we're going to round the corners of these, the sides of the flap. Alrighty, and then we need our DSP. Actually, why don't we just wait a second? Let's put this together first, and we need our tear and tape. So what we're going to do first is put tear and tape on the outsides of the two tabs that are in the middle. Okay, not the ones that are next to the flap. And then what we're going to do is attach these tabs inside the main body of the box, okay, to this side that has the flap on it. Okay. I'm going to take this. I'm going to make this line straight with this line of the rectangle. And then this line straight with this line here. Okay, and that gives us that. Alrighty. Now what we want to do is put tear and tape on the inside of these two rectangles. And I'm going to put one all the way at the outside, close to the edge, and then just a piece on the inside. Alright, and then what we're going to do is fold them against the box, making sure everything is where it's supposed to be, nice and straight. And then the edge of this rectangle is going to get as close to this edge as we can get it. It might be a little bit short because it has to go around the side. And then the other one. Okay, and there is our box. Okay, now we can put our DSP on, and you want to get the piece that is 3 1/4 by 1 1/4, and you want to round one side of it, here and here, with the detail trio punch. Okay, and that's going to go up here on our flap. And I'm just going to use, still trying to use up this snail. Okay, and then the one that is 3 1/4 by 1 is going to go on the top part. The two largest pieces are going to go on the front here and the back. Okay, and then these that are 2 1/4 by 1 are for the side flaps. Okay, so let's do some stamping now. Let's get our basic white. Okay, and first we're going to do our leaves. And And I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz for the leaves and my Stampin' mat. Stampin' Pierce mat. Okay. And then for the peaches, I'm going to use Pale Papaya. Okay, and then for the tag, I'm going to use Balmy Blue onto the Pale Papaya. Okay. All right, so now we just need to cut them out, and then we're going to add a little bit of Mango Melody to the peaches. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm just going to take one side of each peach, and I'm going to dip it in a little bit, dip my sponge, which you could use a dauber, or just cut apart a piece of any sponge you have, because these are retired right now. And I'm just going to just sponge the edges of just one side of each peach. Give it a little bit of depth and a little bit of a deeper color on one side. All right, and then we need our Pear Pizzazz scallop circle and our basic white round regular circle. And we're going to put them together with liquid glue. All right, and then we're going to put this so that these leaves kind of hang off the bottom there. So I'm just going to put glue where I think it's going to be touching. Okay, and then to put the peaches on, I'm going to use some mini dimensionals. And I'm going to look at the stamp to put them on so that I have them in the right spot. Okay, so they would go pretty much right like that. Put that one down. I should have put all the dimensionals on at once. Guy right there. And then this right there. Okay. And then I'm going to take the blue flowers and I'm going to put them onto glue dots. And then I'm just going to take them off one at a time and place them on where I think I would like them to be. One down there, because I'm going to put the bow on, so I don't need one all the way up there. One around there. And one up here. Okay. Alrighty. now we're going to figure out where we want it. First we'll put our peach rings in. Now I got them at, I like the Haribo ones the best, but they didn't have them, so I had to get the Dollar Tree ones. I think it's Coastal Bay or something, but they're pretty good. They're not as good as Haribo, but they fit in nicely, just like that. And then I'm going to have it so that the stem is on this side of the box. So I'm just going to put my finger where I don't want to put any glue below. Okay, perfect. Right, now, I got the wrong Velcro dots, so these are a little strong, but they still work. It just needs to be worn in a little bit so you don't rip your box. But usually I use the 3/8 inch ones, and these are 5/8. So I got them from Walmart.com, and I just happened to order the wrong size. That's our closure. And now we need some linen thread, and I'm just going to tie a double knot, a double bow. Okay. Then I'm just going to use a glue dot to put that on. Right there. Okay, and then we're going to glue or have a Peachy Day right in the inside of the cover. Don't want to put too much glue because you don't want it to squeak out and close the box permanently. Okay. And then we need some of the Genial Gems, and I'm going to put them on the middle, the small ones, on the middle of the blue flowers. Oops. And there you go. And that's it. Thank you so much, for visiting my channel. I appreciate all the time you spend here. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you would like to order any of these products, my address for ordering is at the top of the screen, katherineteeman.stampinup.net. And I will see you next time. Bye.